Hey guys! So today I decided to film a college freshman advice video because I'll be starting my sophomore year at Millersville University next week, and that's crazy to think about. I feel like I just graduated high school, but I figured I had some advice on what being a freshman in college is like. The first thing about college is everyone tells you that it's so much harder than high school, or just that it's really hard and you don't know what you're getting into, and just things like that. And while I do agree that college is harder than high school, obviously because it's going to be more challenging than the things you've learned before, I think most of what's harder about it is the freedom, the independence. When you're in college, your teachers aren't going to be on you expecting you to get your assignments in and come to class and stuff. That's all on you. You're the one who is supposed to be showing that you're interested and devoted to your college experience. So it's really on you to get things done and turn things in. So that is how I believe it's harder. Some things you have to do on your own and teach yourself, and you really need to go to the professors if you need help. Nobody's really looking out for you. It's really more on you. So yes, that does make it harder and that does make it more stressful. It's still school. You need to show up to class, do your work, get things done, and do what works for you. Speaking of doing what works for you, my second thing of advice is when scheduling your classes, make sure you're really thinking about what works for you. Your first semester at Millersville, they pick your schedule for you, and you can get it changed, but I just left it what it was, and that was just whatever. My second semester, I was I want to sleep in, so I'm going to schedule my classes that way. And my earliest class the whole semester, I think, started at 9:45, 10 o'clock, something like that. So all of my classes were later in the day. And then because I commute to college, it takes me an hour to get home. Well, about an hour to get home from school. So most days I wasn't getting home till between 4 and 6 p.m. And then a lot of times I would get home at 4 and then have to be at work at 5. Or get home at 5 and have to be at work at 6, and then I'd work till late, and it was just bad. I never had any time to do anything. Even if I did have off from work, you're getting home at 5 o'clock and then you don't want to do anything. You just want to hang out with your friends or watch Netflix or something. So it's really bad for my work ethic. So this semester I have it that all my classes are done before noon. So I have the rest of the day to either go to work, get my homework done, hang out with my friends, whatever. So that will work a lot better for me, hopefully. When scheduling your classes, make sure you really are doing what works for you. If you work better at night, great. If you work better early in the morning, great. Whatever. Just make sure you're thinking about you and not just, oh, maybe I'd like to sleep in an extra hour. My third piece of advice is about textbooks. And when you're going into college, you know that textbooks cost a fortune. The main thing to always remember is never, unless it is physically impossible to get the book anywhere else, never buy books from the school store. They are always going to be more expensive from your university bookstore. That's just how it is. I always use Slug Books and Thrift Books. Slug Books is a website that compares a bunch of other websites and their prices for textbooks. However, Thrift Books does not show up on there, so I do normally check them as well. I have not bought any textbooks from Thrift Books because I only found out about them this year and they didn't really have all the books that I needed, or I found them cheaper elsewhere. But I have used them for just buying regular books that I wanted to read, and they're nice because they always have free shipping if you spend at least $10, and there's always coupon codes online, and they have a rewards program. If you spend so much, you get more coupons, and it's a great time. And then Slug Books I really like because they show all the prices, both buying and renting your textbooks, so it'll show you the best deal you can get for your books. I normally end up using Amazon anyway, because if there's a dollar or two difference but I get free shipping from Amazon, I'd rather just go with them. But whatever works for you and whatever shows up the cheapest price. Another thing about renting your textbooks, I would only rent your textbooks if you really trust yourself, and this sounds bad because normally it is cheaper to rent them if it's available. But I rented 2 of my textbooks my first semester, and then at the end of the semester I got lazy and forgot to send them back, and I ended up getting charged a late fee and then another one for the full price of the book. So it ended up costing me a lot more. That was just me being stupid. Like, it's really easy. You just go on Amazon and print out the shipping label and then send them back. So whatever floats your boat. I was just really dumb. Also, with Slug Books, at the end of the semester, if you'd like to sell your books back, you can go on there and it'll tell you what websites are buying and how much they would buy it for. I mean, I know I am keeping some of my like English books because I'm an English major, but like I don't need that astronomy textbook that I paid $80 for. So my third piece of advice for college is about making friends. And honestly, like at orientation, you're gonna meet so many people, and even throughout your entire college experience, you're going to meet so many people. You don't need to expect everyone you meet to be like your new friend, your new best friend, but you are going to meet great friends. You are going to meet people that you have classes with all the time and that you like to talk to. Now, this other stuff, you probably are going to drift apart from a lot of the people you were friends with in high school. You might not. You really just have to be open to new things and open to keeping up relationships with people. Because not everybody is going to be your best friend. You're not going to keep in contact with everybody you were friends in high school. You might stay friends with some of your friends from high school. You just really have to be open to new things and open to making friends and not afraid to drift apart from some people and not afraid to get closer to others. My fourth piece of advice is about grades, and honestly it's just to not stress too much about what you're getting in college. Just because you were a 4.0 student in high school does not necessarily mean that you are going to be a 4.0 student in college, and you really just have to accept that and take that in stride. If you can get that in college, that's fantastic, but I don't think that if you get a grade that you're not so happy with, that you should beat yourself up about it, because college is different and it is more difficult, especially your first year, adjusting to the different setting. So I definitely think beating yourself up about grades is not worth it. It's just going to hurt yourself in the long run. And that any bad grade you get, you should just take in stride. Honestly, you're in college to learn and to experience new things and to better yourself for the profession that you're going to go into. So honestly, you should just take what you get and learn from it. My fifth and final piece of advice is to just have fun. Like, college is a once in a lifetime experience. You're never going to get this again the same way you will now. And to just not stress and have fun, get involved in clubs and papers and whatever. Make new friends and just to have fun. Honestly, I'm about to go into my sophomore year. I have less than a week until I start school, and I feel like I just graduated high school in June. Like, I can't believe that I'm already done a whole year, and I know the next 3 years are probably going to fly by just as quickly as this one did. So just have fun, make friends, get involved, and have a good time. Well, thanks for watching this video. I hope you give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and hit the subscribe button down below if you're new to my channel. My name's Angelica, and I post whenever I feel like it because I'm a procrastinator. Good luck in college.